up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. 2 books of the week: Smartphone Millionaire, written by your girls truly. How to lend from your phone, invest online, and also throw your stuff from the plane. Talking about business and accountability. Those are the books of the week. As always, Smartphone Millionaire's book every week. So the key here is, if you saw my LinkedIn, my Instagram post where I was showing I got 14% returns on Lending Club. Now, at one point in Lending Club, I had 600 notes. But hey, your girl needed some dollars, so now we back down to 400 notes, okay? But what I learned from that experience is I will never probably take any more money out of there. I'll just keep reinvesting the money that's in there and the interest that is being made. I find that to be the best solution for that. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know, Erica, I might lose money. Someone might take it. And I'm like, it's $25. It's $25. Most people, 99% of people pay their Lending Club notes. 99.99% pay. They've done countless articles, countless studies on this. Yes, people pay. People pay their notes because people want to send, 1, an FU to the bank, and 2, there's people who want to work outside the bank. Now, everybody wants to go line up at the bank and ask for money. That's why Lending Club is so popular, among other investing websites. That's why real estate crowdfunding is so popular, because, they take it to you, the people, and ask the people if the people want to invest. And a lot of people are going, I don't understand. Why don't they just go to the bank? Because there's a million different situations out there, and the banks are constrained to certain types of lending. So what I usually look for in Lending Club is I've done a video, you guys can find it on the channel, where I kind of vetted my loans. How do I vet my loans? How do I look it up? What's their job? How long they've been at their job? Their address? I Google a person, okay? And that's very possible to do. Now, the flip side of that is many people are nervous about investing online, and I get that, and that's part of why I put the Smartphone Millionaire book together. Again, I told y'all when I did the book, there was 9 pages of investing sites I couldn't even share with y'all because 90% of them were accredited investors only, and not many Americans are accredited investors. And what is accredited investor? Accredited investors. And so with that being said, put the book out, I enjoy it, we'll improve in the next books. We'll get some help, all that good stuff, good editing. But at the end of the day, taking action is one of the biggest things you can do. Now, there's an article I want you guys to go check out from Afford Anything. It's from Paula Pant, literally spelled like pants, P-A-N-T. She basically came to Atlanta, I don't know how many years ago at this point, maybe 6 years ago, with just a shirt on her back, and ended up investing in not 1, not 2, but 3, not 4, like 11 rental properties in Atlanta. She came there around the time of the, economic crash or whatever. Probably a little bit after that. She came a little bit after that. But around the time of the 2008 mega crash. And so she was getting houses for $20,000 that were in great condition. It's just the families would leave them because I owe $75,000 on this house and it's only worth $20,000. I'm not staying and paying that off. Some people make that choice. Totally theirs to make. Now I know that they're in Atlanta, they wish they kept them. But anyways, with that being said is, sorry, my water bottle fell. I need to pick it back up. With that being said is, you have to find the gap. Now, what is the gap? The gap is how much you're making and how much you're taking home after you pay bills and everything. Mind this gap. Now, many people say, well, Erica, taxes, because your 3 things are debt, inflation, and taxes. So taxes, you can work on your W-4 and adjust that. And we do countless videos here. You can go check out my econ folks for that. It's not just making the deductions. Well, Erica, I'm claiming like 9 kids. I don't got 9 kids. You don't have to do that. You go to the second page of the W-4. We've done a video on this. You have to go look it up. And you're putting whether you have standardized or itemized deduction on the second page. The second page is paramount, because what it tells, you're telling the government, I'm gonna be taking a deduction of, let's just say $6,000. And it's on that page. So what did they do? They automatically reduce the amount of money they take out of your paycheck every year, because they already know when she files her taxes, they're going to match this back second page of your work. And that's the magic button right there for your taxes. That's on reducing your taxes from your paycheck. Now, number 2, minding the gap, your money or your life. Now, she did a good number on there. What I want to say is, there comes a point where you're like, I can't get more stuff. I've got the nicest car, I've got the nicest house, I've got those stuff. Like, at some point it goes down, and usually it goes down in your 50s where you're downsizing. Now, what I'm personally seeing in the marketplace, on internet, on Instagram, is instead of people getting that starter home in their 20s and like 29 when they're married, or 30, people are going straight to the $400,000, $500,000 house at 35, 40, 45, 50. So what does that mean? You have no kind of downsize. You're at the peak, and you're going to have to be there for 30 years. And you're talking about the biggest house you're going to get with the most kids. Half your kids are going to be gone in 5 years, but people do that. They get the biggest house, the biggest everything, the biggest car, and they're not minding the gap. When I talk about minding the gap, writing it down. Like, I get on the phone with people and they'll be like, oh, I'm just going to file bankruptcy, Erica. I just can't take it anymore. And we actually talk with them, and we write down every single debt. And I go, boo, you could pay this off in 2 years. Oh, wow. That's not that bad. You have to pull out the sheet of paper and write it down. You have to write down, one, where is your money going? What are these debts that you have? Write them down. It's the simplest task. Number 2, get a sheet of paper and write out what brings you in money. Like, I just did it again on the phone with my coach. And I was like, writing out the 25 things that bring me money in. And it was like, boop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. I know what's my P&L. I know what my bank account looks like every day. I got about 5 banks, but I know what around about the number, almost close to $10 within the number, what's in that bank account. A lot of people don't know that. They're just out there swiping debit cards. You got to know those numbers. Why is it important? If you have no discipline, if you have no kind of like control, what's going to happen is you're going to take the other course I'm putting out, help you make a bunch of money online, and guess what? You're going to spend that money. That's what usually happens when people get a part-time job. They'll get the part-time job, so they go out and eat. They go out and do other stuff. They just keep rising, getting a lifestyle creep. The purpose of me putting out this other course about freelancing and making money online, and the actual 20 sites we go on and just daily send out leads and daily get sales, is for you to get some freedom. It's for you to mind the gap. Is get some space between you and your debt. And I remember I was at the grocery store with a friend one time, and I'm just like putting stuff in the cart, and I like swipe the card. They're like, you didn't even count. You didn't even keep up what was in there. I'm like, I know what's in my bank account. So I know when the number hits the register, I know, right? You know, like, and that's the power in knowing where your money is and telling your money where to go. You know, it's easy to look at somebody and they'll go, I make $8,000 a month, but I just don't know where my money's going. That is a clear sign that your money is running you. You are not running your money. Because a lot of people pay thousands of dollars a year in interest and late payments and cray when they don't have to. So you got to mind the gap. And in order to get some of these investments, Todd Capital, also shout out to him, he put a blog article past couple days. And yes, I've been slacking on the blogs because I'm trying to hire 2 ladies to write for me. But anyways, back to Todd Capital. Todd Capital's blog, he put up there, if you invest $25, you're only getting, small interest return. Yes, that's true. That's true. If someone's only investing $25, they should not be looking next year and be like, Erica, I didn't get $1,000 back off my $25 investment. No, boo-boo, that don't work that way. That don't work that way. Your goal is to weekly kicking out $25 to $100 weekly towards your investments. And the reason why that's important, it builds a discipline. You're paying yourself. Every time I put money into Lending Club, which I'm just going to reinvest the money that's in there at this point. I try to put money in Todd Capital, Black Seed Fund, all these other different companies, investment groups I'm in. I just go, that's paying myself. That's me paying myself. That's how I look at it. It changes your perspective greatly when you do it that way. Now, on the other side of that, what I try to do is, not only am I considering it paying myself, I keep finding ways to mind the gap. What's going on between there? What's the income looking like? And where can I put more money? If I hear about a new stock I want to invest in, I can do it. We're only going to invest $100, and that's our invest it and go. Set it and forget it money. Not necessarily forget it. We're going to review things, but in order for you to grow, in order for you to say, I'm going to be able to retire off what I have, you got to know mind the gap. Now, in the blog, if you go to it, a great number she has on there is like $3,000 a month. For people who are like, I need $3,000 a month, okay, you would need $900,000, almost $1 million, in investments, and you'd be drawing off of it at 4%. Now, your girl Erica is all about the active income reverse, right? So we can go by I'm going to save $900,000, Erica, and I'm going to pull 4% every year off of it, and that'll give me $3,000 a month. And that's good. I like that. That's good. That's, if that's your plan, congratulations. That's the old school plan. It still works. But here's your girl's plan. On the other side, I go, what do I need to live now? And what do I need for retirement? Okay, let's say I want to get 20 grand a month. Let's just say 10 grand. Let's keep it nice and neat. But, bigger numbers is for you. 10 grand a month. Now, when I was talking about the trucking company, on there, what I do is, number one, if you think about it, if you get one truck and let's say that truck a week is bringing you $1,000. Okay, so let's say I get 3 trucks. That's $3,000 a week. At the end of the month, what is that? That's $9,000. Boom, I've hit my 10 grand. Now, why is that important? Because that's active income. That's not even retirement. That's active income. Someone else is driving the truck. I'm not driving it. It's still passive income. I'm not driving the truck. But that's the key there. Now, that money comes in every month. Well, your bills are covered. Now, what else can you do? Where else can you free yourself up to invest more or have other things paying you? Okay, so let's say you say, Erica, I'm making good money off these trucks. Okay, what's my next thing? All right, I'd get a rental property. Okay, that rental property is bringing you some more money. Okay, what's the next thing I do? I'd get more rental properties, or I'd get notes. You have to figure out what works for you, but you got to do an active number. I just used the truck as an example first. But let's say, let's flip it. Let's say you want to do houses. Okay, you get a house, a $50,000 house. It's going to rent out for $700 to $1,000. I've seen it over and over again, all over the United States. Let's just say the number 700. So let's say you buy one house a year for the next 10 years. Okay, every month, the first month, you're getting $7,000. Do you know what I'm saying? That's your lifestyle in 10 years is very different from your friends. Now, let's say you say, Erica, no, I got to retire in 5 years. Okay, 5 years. Let's say you pick up 2 of those houses a year. Now, why am I saying $50,000 house? Let's say you do a conventional loan, 20% down. That's 10 grand. What if you get a $38,000 truck, a $40,000 truck? Money down, 10 grand. Same numbers, different vehicles, different ways to make money. You have to decide what is a way I would like to make money. 10 grand is a magical number. As much as y'all watch this channel, y'all should know whenever people tell me, oh, I got these $20,000, $30,000 credit cards, and they end up just going on vacations, I'm like, ugh, what you doing that for? It's all about the mindset. If you have 10 grand, you can put that 10 grand where you want it to go. Make sense? Put that 10 grand where you want it to go. Now, maybe you say, Erica, I just don't know about the truck thing. I don't know about the rental property thing. Cool. Next one. Let's go to notes. Lending Club. Okay? $25 increments, because that's going to buy you a ton of notes. That's going to probably buy you 350 or 400 notes. All right? Then boom. Let's go to the next one. Let's say you're nervous about Lending Club. Let's pick something else. Rich Uncles. Rich Uncles. You're going to get about 10 to 12% off your money. You can start in 500 increments. You know what I mean? Think about it. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many ways to do this. You guys just choose one. The course I'm putting together is literally you getting to the computer, asking people, hey, I can help you with that, or offering a question and an answer. Oh my God, it's like, boop, 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 boop. It's not easy. It takes patience. But once you get into this mindset of all I have to do is reach out and sales come. There's a book called Ask More, Get More. And what's funny is people ask little of themselves, so they ask even littler of other people. No, ask more. Ask more. Now, what do I mean ask more? That comes to dating, that comes to relationships, that comes to a lot of stuff. You have to ask more. I think I'm in a very bad connection area. I might have to go park the car. So, but literally, when people ask me, Erica, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? There's a million things you can do. You have to decide what works best with you and your talents and your skills. I can't just tell you what to do. That does, I can give you options. I can tell you about different things. But again, it works best if you know what to do. Sharita CEO, hello. Cam, womp womp. My girl's live, my favorite time of the day. I bought the smartphone books. Thank you, Sharita. May I have the name of your course that goes into Lending Club investing? I don't have the course for Lending Club investing. I have a video I did about which notes I do for Lending Club. The tax lien course does talk about grade level investing. Again, tax liens. There you go. You got 10 grand, you want to put it somewhere? That's government backed. Tell me where else you're going to get government backed 18% money. Where? All right. Okay, let me see. It says, Grayson Reagan, do you have a list of companies like Lending Club to look into? Oh, yeah, I do. Reagan. Right here. The Smartphone Millionaire. You can grab that, or you can go look at the hundreds of videos I've done. What is the name of the Lending Club claim? I don't know. Say that again. Say that again. Reword that. Trent Davis. Hey, Ricardo Roper. Hey, Eric, I was looking for the link for the trucking course. Go over to Hood Estates on Instagram at HOODESTATES. Frankie Robinson. That's right. What works for you? Grayson Reagan. I'm actually looking into starting a trucking biz. Have a few friends who are doing well. So Reagan, with the Hood Estates class, what they're showing is how to be a third-party logistics company. Essentially, you don't drive the truck, you don't move the truck, you don't touch the truck. Truck's over there. The worker that's not your employee, he's a 1099 person, contractor, is driving the truck. And when the company cuts you the check every week, you have to pay them. Now, some people do 50-50, some people do 70-30, some people do 60-40. The choice is yours. Yeah, I mean, I'm experiencing, I'm in Austin, city of Austin, at 5 o'clock traffic going down the highway. Thousands of other phones all around me, so I may be having some technical difficulties. I apologize. I would love to be at the office and doing the videos, but again, sometime your girl got to go on the road. Cam, you know what? That might be the best question for Hood Estates. Because I'm not going to really do my review till I pick up the truck in like 3 weeks or so. Trent Davis, don't be afraid to try something new all day. All day. Like, I've literally, you guys know I'm keep pumping my book. I'm going to always pump my book. It's my channel. And I'm like, grab this book. They're like, oh, I don't know. It's $25. And I go, well, go do Lending Club. I don't know. It's $25. And yes, Lending Club's changed some of the rules where you have to put $1,000 in or something like that. Some people are telling me that, but I'm asking to show me the screenshot where you guys are seeing that, because I haven't seen it. But I believe you. I've just been on it so many years. They may have changed it for new people. Frankie Robinson, I'm amazed at all the women in this group taking charge. Here's the funny thing, Frankie. Women comment more on this, but I have more men purchasers. Like, when it comes to sales, I have a lot of white men, Hispanic men, black men. I have a lot of people who purchase. So it's very interesting, the demographics. Even the demographics of the channel, you guys can go look them up on Social Blade. Well, I think you can on Social Blade. It's like 64% men, 30% women. So I think people come to the channel when they want solutions and they want change, and that's a good thing. Trent Davis, buying your book this weekend. Thank you. Hey, if you buy it off Amazon, please leave a review. I have over 500, almost 600 sales on Amazon at this point, and 6 reviews. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Trent Davis, I'm going to wait a few weeks, and I'll give you guys a better review on that, on the trucking thing. Grayson Reagan, love your channel. Pretty new here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Acorn works really well. Yes, it does. I've talked about Acorn on this channel. We've talked about Stash Invest. You can go back a couple videos. A lot about Stash Invest. A lot about Acorn app, Robinhood app. People were worried about their dividends on Robinhood app. You can still get your dividend. I was showing a few videos back, or if you're on my Instagram, you see Erica's Classy Climb. Erica, ERICKAS, Classy Climb on Instagram, that I got voting papers from where, when you're a shareholder, you get to vote. And people are like, where's that stock? I was like, I have it on Robinhood. The company's here in Houston. I see them all around town, so I decided to invest in that company. You know what I mean? Cam, you have the gift of showing people how to be themselves and step out on faith and change their lives. Thanks for inspiring me to get out my butt off. That's right. Listen, you can do this, man. Listen, here's what a big thing I'm believing in, and I see in notes, the records tell me that. They call it the spread. Now, I'll look in some families, and everybody in the family's doing well. Everybody's got high income careers. Everybody went to college. Everybody making money. Everybody's military, whatever. And that's been my family's thing. Collectively, in the 80s, we went bust via various reasons, but, farming in that region, in that area. And so everybody in the family went out the dope, like went military, went police officers, went nursing school, went, did the damn thing, worked for community college, another one works for the school system. Like, everybody did the daggone thing. Everybody got into formation, okay? Grandma was like, yo, everybody, let's get in formation, okay? And so, collectively, the family does amazing. Collectively, the family does very well. And I've met people who families don't do collectively well. And what I want you to do, encourage y'all to do, is to lead by example. If you start leading by example, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your family members, if you start sharing videos on your Facebook, sharing things with them, you start putting books in front of them or sending them books for Christmas. At first, some of them will be like, there she go, sending me damn books for Christmas, right? And may be offended. That's their own thing. That's you're not responsible for their feelings. But what it does is create the same spread in your family. There's a lot of certain communities who have a great spread. Everybody in the family's doing well. Now, there's a young lady, Lisa Phillips. I love her channel. I don't know if I keep promoting her for y'all to see her. She doesn't have a big YouTube channel per se, but she has a great blog and great presence on Facebook. And she, a few years ago, was always talking about $30,000 houses, investing in $30,000 houses. And people were giving her crap on Bigger Pockets hard. It was crazy. Now everybody's come around to like, yeah, this is a great area to invest. And I feel like Bigger Pockets ought to take their hat off to her and apologize to her, honestly. Now, on that tip, she has a huge family, like I think 8 siblings or something, or 6 siblings. But one of her siblings' son was in jail or something for the weekend for something small for $150 or $250. And she realized her sister didn't have $250, so she had to send it to her. Like via Walmart or something like that. Instant money or whatever you send it. And just think about the fact that a family that big, but only one sibling is doing so well. Now, she has other siblings that are doing well, but for whatever reason, that one sister is having trouble. But think about that. $250 could have affected that young man's life. And so that's why when people tell me, Erica, I had an emergency, I'm like, do you have an emergency or do you have an inconvenience? Because 90% of the time, it's some choices being made here. When people are getting in these vehicles, I'm just confused about why you getting in $40,000 vehicles and you make $40K a year, or why people are buying these trucks and then they don't use their trucks for anything but to look pretty. I don't need a pretty man in a truck. Nobody does. It's not useful. It's not useful. So the reason I do these channels is I believe in this helps create the knowledge. This helps create the spread. If you know it, now you can teach it to your brothers and sisters. If you know it, now you can share it with your family. Prime example, me going to get this truck. My mom didn't believe me. She's like, yeah, whatever. Now she's like, oh, well, the second truck, I'll get in and I'll throw half in on with you. She was quick to, hey, I'll throw in on it. I see you're being serious. Oh, you buying a rental property? Let's go buy this rental one over here together. Serious. And your family and your friends and people, the more you're taking action and being serious, they will also partake in that growth. So, because even today, like, I have several friends who don't understand what I'm doing on YouTube. They're like, what does that mean? What are you doing? I'm like, first of all, it's been making $6,000 to $9,000 every damn month. I'm having a good damn time. That's what I'm doing. But it's because I'm in here being genuine. I'm in here giving value. I'm in here direct selling. I'm in here like, hey, I'm jumping in on marijuana. You better jump in on marijuana too, because it's making money, right? Like, I'm being upfront and truthful, and so that's what wins. And I think people don't understand that, like, wow, that's different, but it doesn't have to be. So Frankie Robinson, thank you so much. Now, Kay, to get into Lending Club is $1,000, but all the notes are $25 or even less. You can do it for less. I'm telling you, Kay, Prosper's the same. Prosper may let you open the door with $25, but Lending Club still lets you invest at $25 a pop. I literally just invested in 10 notes when I was doing my Instagram earlier. So it may be the entry level to open account is $1,000, But the investing is $25 still. Upwork is also in the video, in the part of the course, but there's like 20 websites that I'm like, you guys are missing all the action. I mean, and here's the thing, it's because people want to just make money online and not really do any work. But honestly, you could send out 100 messages to people who need your service, who are asking for your services, and get results and get paid. A lot of people, what they're trying to do is shotgun method on Facebook. Hey, you want to be in my travel agent club? And they didn't even take the time to look at my page and see what I'm about or see what I'm doing, or even know that, no, I've got like several businesses. Why would I want to do that? That's just lazy marketing, of course. Well, thank you, Reagan. Reagan, it's called the Smartphone Millionaire Book, and you can get it on Amazon, actually. You can get the ebook download on the links below the channel. Hey, my grandma was the truth. She was always keeping it real. So, I mean, I would say one of our grandparents at the time, husband she was married to at the time, had a juke joint. And when he died, what people don't understand is like juke joints were legit businesses. People were selling food, they were selling alcohol. Like, I mean, there's a lot of Southern examples of excellence that people have ignored. I'll just say it like that. Lead by example. I mean, the funniest thing about life is if you lead by example, if you're actually out there working out every day, like when I'm on the channel and I'll be like, make sure you're walking every day and working out. People are like, do you walk every day? Why the hell would I be telling you to walk every day if I ain't walking every day? No, that's not stupid. If I'm telling you to drink water, eat vegetables, why would I be telling you that if I'm not doing that? That's dumb. That's dumb. Come on now. Come on, brother. Come on now. So, Trent Davis, we have to elevate our minds. Yeah. And you know how you elevate it? I'm being really straight, honest. I am proud of everybody who gets on here and says, Erica, I went to Lending Club and it did this. It shows me you took the steps, you went online, you went to go check it, and you started the process. Because like I said in a couple of videos ago, why you need FU money is a lot of times people are like, well, Erica, you don't know this. And I'm like, you don't know it, because I actually do it and I can tell you the results, and there's a different conversation you have with somebody who's actually doing it. And I can tell in the comments, some of you are literally doing certain things because your conversation is different. Your answers are different. I know people who are doing it and people who are just, I Googled this and it told me this. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Your mindset's different. You elevate your mind by taking action. There's an article, I keep sharing it over and over. It said that meditation can actually be worse for you. Mindful activity is better. Mindful action. Now, what does it mean, mindful? Stuff that makes you happy, something that's productive, that's safe, helps you. It was saying sometimes when people sit down and just meditate, they just keep reliving trauma. And all it does is traumatize them and keeps them in this, PTSD-like state. So a lot of times, if you notice the way the treatment soldiers are getting nowadays, it's not for them to sit there and meditate and tell me about what happened in Iraq. Tell me what happened, soldier man. And I'm from a military family. Mom did 26 years. I'm not making fun. But it's mindful action. When my mother came back, it was mindful action that helped her get over this season of life from PTSD. So, again, mindful action is better. And when you start taking action, it changes you, it elevates you. People can feel the difference. And what do I mean people can feel the difference? I have a client who was saying he was telling his family about what he's been doing, and they were like, something's different about you. Now, he didn't want to go and tell them about YouTube channel because they make fun of him watching so much YouTube channel or whatever. But what's happened is he started working, full-time job, new job, paid higher, and door dashing at night. I think he did Uber too on the weekends. And he made so much more money. He had all brand new furniture, brand new TV, brand new clothes. He got his teeth fixed. He doesn't mind me sharing. He said I can share his story. I'm not using his name. And he said his mom and dad were like, what's different about you? He's like, well, I got my teeth fixed. See, they're like, oh, yeah. We tell you with the dentist, but something's different about you. People will know what's up. They can feel when there is difference and there is mindful action and purpose. Also, when you get money, like I started buying some new dresses and some new items for my place. And my friends were like, oh, you must be doing well. And I'm like, I've been doing well for years. What the fuck? But again, it's inside, outside. Fixing inside, fixing outside. Digital B Media. Erica, I'm working full-time plus a part-time job to pay off my credit card this month. You inspire me. Thanks for your help. Give Give him the clap off, y'all. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Giant Lifestyle bought your book, messaged you on Instagram. Thank you, Giant Lifestyle. I'll look out for it on Dude, I ain't gonna lie. On Instagram, I had like 100 messages. I don't know. They were like some secret pocket of Instagram. And I clicked the button and it was like, they just, oh, you want these messages? Oh, Instagram, yeah, I want all my messages. What are you doing? Exactly, Frankie Robson. Grayson, that's right. Most people watch first. They watch first. They watching. They thinking about it. Oh, I don't know. But $25, like, Acorn app, you test these things out for 30 days. You'll see for yourself. And so that's the thing of it. Trent Davis, some people don't want to work to any work to their direct business. When is the course that I'm putting out for the internet? I'm trying to make it done Friday. Literally, I was like recording all yesterday. I recorded some this morning. It's taken a lot more than I thought, but I'm trying to set it up so that it makes sense, right? Because I've been doing something for a long time, if I talk to you about it, I'll probably leave out some steps. So I always try to rewatch some of my stuff when I make a course to make sure I'm not leaving out a step that's important for you to be able to complete the task. So just because I have these things on my phone and I just pop in there, I don't even think about it. It's just like it's an everyday thing for me. But it's not every day for you, so I got to remember that when I make the courses, of course. And I have a group of people that actually do some of the pre-course stuff for me, where they basically go through the course and check it for errors and stuff. That's what happened with the last marijuana course. I have about 25 people that kind of pre-check things. They're like the early bird. And so that's how I know it. But also, a great part I will have in the course is Close the Sale. It's an app from Grant Cardone. I don't even know if it's still available, but it's been amazing. And it talks about closes. And like when people are selling to people, like, oh, that costs too much. It gives you a response you can give them. Oh, I don't know about this. I got to go ask my wife. It just helps you with sales. Because I remember somebody yesterday said they had a problem with business-to-business sales. That's a really great app. Close the Sale app. I forgot to mention it yesterday. I will be mentioning it a lot in the course this weekend. That's going to drop on Friday. I will be use some of these for that. And I know I'm having some interruptions because I see the red bar happening. But again, I'll drop some stuff in there for that. Exactly. CNN, been walking every day. Today joining Lending Club. Thanks for the positive vibes. Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's so much power in you taking action or you even finding about something. It just changes your day. Yes, Key, that's what I'm talking about. I keep talking about the course, but it's called How to Turn Your Laptop into ATM Course. Like I'm all this stuff I'm talking about, whether it's the internet, the forums, Close the Sale app, all that's going to be in there. We're going to talk about some of the things I use, some of the responses. Like a prime example that I'm going to put in the course, but I'm just going to tell you guys anyway, is there was a guy, I went and bought something on XXETSY. I'm saying it wrong. It's like Etsy. And I bought like 10 things for my apartment because I like buying from direct small little sellers. That's my thing. I like helping small business. Each person, all 10 of them, sent me an email. Hey, I know you bought this thing, but I've got a bigger size thing. Like one of them was a Texas size map or something. I've got a bigger Texas size map. And you know what? Because you already paid, like we'll give you the discount and make it $90 instead of $120. That was upselling. And it was beautiful. It was perfect. Every one of them did it perfectly. And that is part of what you could do. And we're going to talk about it in the course when it comes to some of this online stuff, because a lot of people, y'all don't understand out here. People rather pay somebody $100 than do the work themselves. They rather pay $100 than a lot of stuff. Like, oh, you going to save me a few hours? Here, I'll pay you. When I came to this blogging, one of the young ladies charges like $50 an article or something like that. But you have to sign a contract to get like 20 articles with her when you do it. So that means what? $1,000. Right now, currently, she had 7 clients. At one point, she had 24 clients. So that's why she couldn't take me on. So imagine a month, this young lady's making $1,000 a month per client to write these articles. She had 7. She has 7 right now. So that means $7,000 a month's coming in for her to continuously. And honestly, when you're a person that blogs, blogs are like SEO related and lead magnets, and we'll talk about that in the course. But it's just such an amazing part of that business model. How to be a paid writer. That's a part of how to be a paid writer, right there. like selling contract that way. But anyway, she works on upsell too, so. Yep, you can't drink forever, you gotta work. Thank you, Marion, I appreciate that. There's a guy, Chris Lee TV. He ordered 3 copies and sent it to like his brothers or something. I was like, thank you, Chris. Frankie Robinson, my mother is like that. We'll be on the computer all day and we'll call you to look at something up. Busy playing spades. I'll be like, Mom, ask Google. Oh, man. Hey, there you go. The Why You Need FU Money video motivated me to talk with the local bank regarding financing my first rental property. That is what's up. For real, though. For real. Y'all don't understand. Like, the local banks is where it's at. And you know some of those people you see at the local banks, like, I'll give you the story. I've told you the story like a million times on this channel. I'm going to tell it again because it's my story. I was volunteering with United Way. Do not overlook United Way in your community. They are very powerful. I volunteered a weekend with United Way, and I was at this one location. They didn't need a lot of us, and it was 4 guys, and they all had like their 1 kid with them, 1 or 2 kids with them. And in the end, every single guy that was there was a vice president of a bank, a small local bank in North Carolina. And they were all like, "Oh, you just got out of college. Do you need a job? What are you doing? Where are you interning? Da 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 da." It's powerful who is in the room. Smaller banks, smaller control. They control who they can hire and then come in those settings and situations. And they were like, "Yeah, definitely. If you need anything, you can just come by the branch and let them know I'm back there." Now, would that ever happen? When would I meet 4 different vice presidents of small banks? Unless I went to each bank that week. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, that's why you gotta, like, volunteering is important. Networking is important. Commerce, Chamber of Commerce parties are off the chain. I paid $50 one time to go to a crawfish bowl. And, you know, I'm from the South, but I don't really do crawfish. I do shrimp and the potatoes and the sausage. But not the crawfish. Okay, so we were there, and sure enough, the commerce, and people were getting lit because there's a keg. It was all business owners, all bankers, all local small banks. Because what happens when you start getting to a level in your career, the group gets a little smaller. The who you can hang out with gets a little smaller. So what I tell people is, it's very important. Sorry, I'm over here in East Austin, and there's like a black hair place, and I'm like, ooh, somebody could do my hair. Sorry. I was just like, ooh. And like, so with that being said, it's just the circle gets smaller, but it gets stronger. Those people hook each other up for sure. That's all I say on that. I don't know, people are like, I can't believe you. All right, let me see what else you guys got here. Chris Lee, I had to share that wealth. Got my wife in the marijuana stock course. She loves your curl pattern. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yep, felt like speaking with my son. Yep, I know about the Texas keg parties. Okay, they were getting down there. They were crawfishing all the time. Like, there's one over here that a real estate company that's like one of the #1 real estate companies in Austin, Texas, throws over here, and it's like a crawfish bowl. Again, I'm not big on crawfish, but I'm big on the other stuff in the crawfish bowl. It was like who's who there, and it was just a small party, maybe like 150 people, you know. And they're like, "Thank you guys for coming." They had a pig the year I went. That's what got me in there, because I was like, I'm from North Carolina, and all of them were like, "Come on over, talk about it." Da, 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 da. I mean, these events. Don't overlook these Chamber of Commerce events. So, but anyway, that's the bulk of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Is the course is coming. I'm finishing it up. It's how to turn your laptop into ATM. It's going to show you some of the techniques. Now, I'm not going to promise you crazy promises like you're going to make 10 grand like I made that 1 month. No, I don't know your work schedule. I don't know how committed you are. I don't know if you'll be on your computer for 5, 6, 8 hours sending out emails. There are times right now in my business, I'll send out 100 messages. 2-3 weeks later, all of a sudden got 20 sales out of nowhere. Why? Because when people need something, it's on their time, not always on your time. Now, if people are serious, the more people you talk to, the more leads you get, the better it will be for you, because you'll have more chances for people to say yes. More chance for people to say yes, more chance for you to offer services. Now, also as part of the course, as promised, I went through Udemy and looked up for some of the courses I took, and also some of the ones I can recommend that you should take, because it'll be beneficial and you can learn that skill quickly and turn around and use it. Now, the other day people were asking me about coding. I don't know nothing about coding. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's not my forte, because I hate to say it this way. You ever see a donut and you have the big donut part and you have the little donut hole? Some people are the little donut hole, where they got the details, they got the coding, they got the SEO, they know how to do all these little things. That's amazing, and that's a skill. I'm the big donut hole, where it's like the ideal, and I'll find somebody to find the inner parts. You know what I mean? Like, we'll buy and sell to get that part. But that course will be coming on Friday. Trying my hardest to finish it up and get it out. But essentially, that's what it is. It's like I literally got at the computer because it was hot in the summer in Texas, and I was like, woo, it's too hot to be delivering pizzas anymore. It's too hot to do all this other stuff anymore. We got to get back to the computer. And I know some of you are like, I got kids, Eric. I got stuff going on. I can't DoorDash. I can't Uber. I can't do stuff. Listen, we all got our challenges. You know, pick a struggle, right? So, but for people who want to do more computer-based things, this is a great opportunity, because there's a lady on here who is, she is a virtual business assistant, Davita Brown. I don't know if she's watching today, but there's opportunities like that on there. You know, if you know how to be an assistant to somebody, or concierge service, which is very popular, people start adding things on. What happens when people trust you? I'll give you an example with the painting company. We'll go to somebody's house and do some work. Well, it's an older lady. Oh, can y'all do this? Can y'all get the grates? Can y'all clean out these gutters? Can y'all do stuff that ain't even related to painting? But what happens is she trusts you. And so therefore, when in that trusting mindset and frame, that they'll ask you to do other things. See what I'm saying? Sorry, it's Austin. I gotta drive a little cray. But anyway, they'll ask you to do other things, and that's where upselling comes in. That's where gentle upselling, when you have older clients, comes in. You go, hey, no worries. We can do that. We can totally help you do that. No worries. Not even a problem. Oh, you need us to clean your gutters? You need us to clean your windows? Sure, we'll even do that. So, I mean, it's like you have to decide what's your things you'll do for your company. But again, that's the same thing in that vein. Erica, curious to know if you were in the military. I was not in the military. We have, in our family, historically, we have people all the way up to the Civil War who's in the military. Like, we have traced this stuff. My dad was in the military for several years till he got in trouble, put out. And my mom did 26 years and retired. She had 4 different MOSs. We moved around a lot. Pretty much I can go back and name, like, we have like a wall of distinction at this point in our family, where there's like everybody and their child who served. My mom's the only one who doesn't have children who served. And the reason we didn't serve at the time is she was in Iraq, and she was telling us they're not watching or being careful of the young soldiers. I'd rather y'all not serve. She was really serious too. She just felt like the Army was not looking after young people how they used to. And it wasn't a good opportunity anymore for us. Now, do I think the Army's amazing? I think it's amazing. There's a lot of young men and young women. I think that's probably the best decision they'll ever make in their life, is joining the service. But you got to pick the right MOS. There's a lot of engineers, doctors, teachers, lawyers. There's all kind of opportunities when it comes to military service, and I think it's a great thing. And I'm very active in military groups and causes and donations. So, if that answers that question. See, thank you, Erica Wilson. I appreciate that super chat. Chris Lee TV had a moving company for 4 years. That Texas sun is no joke, but the economy kept growing. Yes, Chris Lee TV, that is 100% on the dot. Like, there's money to be made, and like literally, this guy I know, he has a construction company. He says if you call out of work, because Texas usually have 300 days of sunshine. If you call out of work for weather in Texas, you're fired. He's like, don't even come back to work the next day. You're fired. And we used to laugh, but he's like, because Texas doesn't have bad weather days. I'd rather you tell me I don't want to come today, or it's too hot, or I'm sick, or it's a legit reason. Don't give me some crap about the weather, he says. No worries, Frankie. I just always share that. A lot of people see me do ruck marches and different things that I do volunteer-wise, like where I attend them. March for Life, or if you see me in Fayetteville, I've done a few of the like 2Ks, like with my family, for military stuff, so that people people have asked, which is funny because I went to a shooting thing and people asked. When are you doing a seminar, Trent Davis? I don't know when I'm doing any seminars. Now, I will be in Detroit the 17th through the 19th, and I will be at Real Estate Thursdays. I've been putting the links up on my Instagram. I don't even know the location of the place, but you can actually go on Instagram and go look up Real Estate Thursdays, and it should pull up Detroit and the venue where it's at. It's free. They'll have food and drinks and people there mixing it up. So I think that'll be good for people if you want to go, if you're in Detroit and you want to see me. So, Frankie, the only way to convince people is show them the countless career opportunities. That's all. Countless career opportunities. Feel free to go. Again, Emma and my family people came home, used their VA loan, get a property, and then, use their GI Bill to get paid. Like, when I was at East Carolina University, a lot of the older guys that were like 23, 24, but still look really young, super fit and in shape, they were living nice. And ECU had some cheap apartments too, by the way, $400 apartments. So they would have the apartment, and they'd have $400 rent in their apartment. They'd have a GI Bill paying them $1,500 a month, plus free school. So what was their big struggles? As long as you didn't get no crazy expensive car, you were straight. And that's why I'm always saying mind the gap, because a lot of you could go do other stuff if you didn't have cars and cray debt. And that's the great. My Instagram handle is, I have two, but the one that you'll see is Ericka, ERICKA, the proper spelling of Erica, S Classy Climb, Erica's Classy Climb. And we post a lot of great information on there, upcoming courses and links and all kind of stuff, snippets. Oh, yeah. I mean, Trent Davis, there's a lot of opportunity to buy houses for very cheaply. There's a lot of auctions out. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see where I share the different auctions. I'll shoot screenshots. I'll tell you to go check out this website or whatever for Detroit auctions and stuff. Now, there's also a lot of just properties for 40, 50 grand. And a lot of people go, oh, I don't want that, Erica. But I'm like, if you're going to get a house for $1 or a house for $2 or $5, same thing with Baltimore, you're going to be putting in $50,000 worth of construction. A lot of those are in bad shape. So would I rather take a less bad shape for 40 grand? I mean, there's even deals where people are selling houses with tenants in them for 30, 40. So the choice is yours. You got a lot of choices there. You don't have to be locked into one type of way of investing. Thank you, Miss Riviera. She got the super chat. Let me see. Rebuildingdetroit.org. I think so. I think that is one of them. But it's a list I keep showing clicks on my Instagram of the different ones. Thank you, Erica Wilson. And thank you, Miss Riviera. I'm saying your name terrible. Riviera for the super chats. I appreciate that. But yeah, so you guys just keep your eye out on Friday. I'll do a live when it drops, when the course is available. But I'm just trying to record it and make sure I get as much information and steps, because literally at this point for me, I just copy and paste. Like, a lot of it is like I can just get on the phone and go on Quoba and go and answer stuff and copy and paste and send leads and traffic wherever I want to send it. So again, some of you, there's a thing called lead pages. I mean, simple stuff you could learn. People are paying people $50 to $100 to $150 for lead pages. Like, lead pages, and they're easy. Like I'm not trying to say that lead pages are lazy work, but like, I could create a lead page. It might take me 30 minutes trying to get it right, but I could do it. But I could pay somebody $50 and do it and not be bothered. That's how most people are. Like, I'm trying to explain it to you. Like, that's how most people are. They're like, I'll pay you. So, but yeah, I'll have that course ready. I'll have the SEO and the different types of classes, that services I think you guys can provide off Udemy, and get those. I'll have those in the course. The course, well, probably, I don't know, we'll do the entry level price of something and then put it to its normal price, as we usually do with all the courses on the channel. So thank you guys for being here today. I'm not trying to hold you up. I'm going to go grab some frozen margaritas with my friends. Yes. Frozen margaritas. Yes. Thank you. Well, thanks for all the valuable information. Appreciate you guys. Peace, Trent Davis. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day. This is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. Again, book I'm always talking about this week is Throw Your Stuff from the Plane, or The Smartphone Millionaire, How to Lend to People Real Estate and Businesses from Your Phone. Great stuff, you guys. Have a great day.